Warning. Warning. You are entering a territory far from your safe space. You must turn back now, or you will become informed. Go. Now.
A Valley man already charged in 2 murders has now been linked to 7 more. Yes, 9 murders total.
Somebody come and vandalize or take from you what you want, what you done worked hard for.
Asheville police are investigating a shocking case involving an alleged attack on a woman. She says she was held against her will, raped and beaten repeatedly over the course of 3 days.
This is the area where investigators say all 3 women were found dead within a 4-block radius.
The woman is facing charges after police say she stabbed her boyfriend to death in the Phoenix apartment.
Here are the 9 victims. They range in age from 21 to 56 years old, all killed within a 3-week period.
People don't care that the police is in the area. They don't care that you may have cameras. They don't care that you have signs that say no trespassing. If they're trying to do what they're going to do, they have their mindset, they're going to do it.
Well, the information contained in these search warrants is disturbing, to say the least. What the victim says happened to her is a true nightmare.
I don't understand how somebody could do somebody's child, mother, niece. Right down.
Aurora police say that suspect was found and arrested with the help of canine officers.
Somebody come and vandalize or take from you what you want, what you done worked hard for, what you done worked hard for, what you done worked hard for, what you done worked hard for.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Charged in 2 murders has now been linked to 7 more. Yes, 9 murders total. Police say Cleophas Cooksey knew some of the victims, but investigators are still trying to determine motives for some of these killings.
Here are the 9 victims. They range in age from 21 to 56 years old, all killed within a 3-week period. Police say his final victims were his mother and stepfather.
Now, the murders date back to November 27th, the deadly shootings taking place in Phoenix, Avondale, and Glendale. Cooksey was arrested on December 17th.
Cooksey is in jail right now on murder charges. He's also a convicted felon who never should have possessed a firearm.
Now, investigators were able to use evidence from shell casings to connect him to more of those killings. Danielle Miller is live at Phoenix Police Headquarters with more. Danielle?
Harry and John Cooksey is being held at the 4th Avenue Jail at this time on a $5 million cash bond. Now, he is in isolation at this time, and as you guys mentioned, police linked him to these crimes using those bullet casings, as well as his cell phone and witness statements.
9 deaths, 3 weeks, 9 people shot in our communities.
Police say Andrew Remillard and Parker Smith were Cleophas Cooksey's first victims, found shot to death in a parking lot near 15th Street and Indian School just days after Thanksgiving. About a week later, a second victim, Salim Richards. Police say Richards' gun was stolen, and it was that gun that linked Cooksey to several other killings over the next few weeks. Some victims may have been targeted. Others appear to be random.
We expect that there are people still within our community that have additional information that will be able to help us piece together relationships and maybe possible motives.
The victims are mostly men, but include 2 women, Cooksey's mother and Maria Villanueva. Villanueva was kidnapped from an apartment complex in Glendale. Her body found the next day near 3rd Street in Buckeye. Police say there were signs of sexual assault. Cooksey was arrested December 17th after police were called to a home near 13th Street in Highland, where the bodies of his mother and stepfather were found.
At the end of the day, what this came down to was a patrol officer answering a call for service and doing the right things.
John and Carrie, coming up tonight at 6, we're going to be taking a closer look at that technology that helped link Cooksey to these crimes so quickly. And it's actually technology that's only being used in 5 cities across the United States. Reporting live, Danielle Miller, Fox 10 News.
The news here at 5:30. Driveway drama is caught on camera. A couple of crooks used a hammer to smash their way into a car. Hello again and good evening. The vandals struck in the middle of the night.
That's right. Now the owner is hoping surveillance video will help track down the people behind this major car trouble. And that's kind of an understatement here. 7's Ann Keel is live in Pompano Beach with our top story. Ann?
Well, Kim Brown tells us she fell asleep watching a movie and then was woken up by loud banging noises in the middle of the night. She ran outside and saw 2 vandals running away. Caught on camera, two people using hammers on the two cars outside Kim Brown's Pompano Beach home. It happened around 1:30 in the morning Monday on 28th Avenue and First Court. The duo simply walks up and starts hitting the cars, leaving dents, a smashed back window, and a broken taillight.
Somebody come and vandalize or take from you what you want, what you done work hard for. I think they need to go to jail.
If people don't care that the police is in the area, they don't care that you may have cameras, they don't care that you have signs that say no trespassing. If they're trying to do what they're going to do, they have their mindset, they're going to do it. So we definitely don't feel safe. It's been 10 years since my mom has been here and nothing like this has ever happened.
Certainly upsetting for the family, who believes teenagers may have done it. They say Brown's son was threatened by phone earlier in the day, and they are hopeful this video and the public's help will lead to an arrest.
These cameras work. Believe that.
And so if you have any information for investigators about who did this, you're encouraged to call Broward Crime Stoppers. That number, 954-493-TIPS. Remember, you can remain anonymous and you may be eligible for a cash reward. Reporting live in Pompano Beach, Ann Keel, 7 News.
Asheville police are investigating a shocking case involving an alleged attack on a woman. She says she was held against her will, raped and beaten repeatedly over the course of 3 days.
The suspect is 55-year-old Clarence Octotree. He's charged with felony assault and kidnapping, and he's being held in the Buncombe County Jail.
That's where News 13's Frank Crocker joins us from live. And Frank, the details of this case are gruesome.
The information contained in these search warrants is disturbing, to say the least. What the victim says happened to her was a true nightmare. The warrants indicate the alleged assault and kidnapping occurred here, inside the small house on Annandale Avenue near Claxton Elementary School. Police were called to Mission Hospital on Friday to interview a woman who'd been admitted for treatment of injuries. Injuries, she says, were suffered at the hands of Clarence Octotree.
Basically held her against her will for the past 3 days at his residence and repeatedly assaulted her as well as burned her with cigarettes.
Detectives say they found burn marks on the woman's face, that she told them the suspect used cigarettes on her when she tried to sleep. Warrants also state she told investigators she'd been raped and beaten. Police say there was evidence of multiple bruises on the woman's face and body. APD spokesman and retired Lieutenant Detective Wally Welch says these are tough cases to work.
Oftentimes you see your mother, you see your wife, you see your children in the faces of these victims, and so it's never good. He's a known offender. If he were to get out, I feel very confident that his criminality will continue. We'd like him to stay right where he's at.
Now, the woman says her ordeal finally ended when she was able to get her hands on Octotree's cell phone and to dial 911. That's when she was taken to Mission Hospital. Now, he is being held here under an $80,000 bond.
We owe it to each of these three women. We owe it to their families. We owe it to this community to put together the pieces of that puzzle.
But how do you put together a puzzle when you don't even have all of those pieces? Well, several months after 3 Lumberton women were found dead under suspicious circumstances, investigators admit they don't even know what killed them.
As CBS North Carolina, Sheena Elsie reports there's a hefty sum awaiting anyone who can answer the FBI's questions.
This is the area where investigators say all 3 women were found dead within a 4-block radius. But now they're increasing the stakes with this, offering a $30,000 reward for any information about what really happened to them. It was April 2017 when Christina Bennett was found dead in a house on Peach Street. That same day, another victim, Rhonda Jones, found dead in a garbage can nearby.
She didn't really mess with too many people.
Megan Oxendine told us then she knew them.
I don't understand how somebody could do somebody's child, mother, niece like that.
But 2 months later, June 2017, Megan would become the 3rd victim found dead in the same area.
Their deaths are suspicious, but in part because of the close proximity of when and where their bodies were found.
It's the reason the FBI says they're now offering a reward. But investigators say there's another part to this case still missing that could help to solve it.
To me, one of the most critical pieces is obviously causation of death, and toxicology would be great to know. However, we have not gotten that information yet from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner out of Raleigh.
He says their bodies were decomposed so bad when they were found, they couldn't tell how they died. Now, they've been waiting to find answers from the medical examiner, the community, or anyone who knows what really happened. Investigators say they're trying to piece together a timeline about what happened to them, but so far, these are the only 3 cases that are connected. In Lumberton, Sheena Elsie, CBS North Carolina.
Woman is facing charges after police say she stabbed her boyfriend to death in their Phoenix apartment. According to officers, 23-year-old Zania Chapman attacked her boyfriend this weekend before harming herself. However, her injuries are said to be non-life-threatening.
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.